Hey, Rich Saab here. Coming to you today from the Edge Ultimate Martial Arts Academy in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. I'm here today with my buddy Mark. We're going to show you a reverse Ezekiel choke out of my Lapel art system, okay? So Mark, if you don't mind, can you just pull your gi out of your belt, please? I covered, in the original video, I cover breaking your opponent's posture down and removing the gi, and just different ways you could do that. Plus, you know, if you're late into a match, a lot of times you get a little disheveled, the gis are out already. A lot of times upon engagement, I like to rip the gi out. So I'm not going to get into that today. It is on the other video, and it kind of like works itself out a lot of times, and it's really not hard to grab a gi and yank it out of a belt, okay? So we're just going to start from the closed guard position. So I'm going to have my head to the camera. Got Mark in my guard here, okay? So we're starting from a closed guard position. So what I want to do is I want to get control of his lapel and at the same time then break his posture down, okay? So what I'm going to do is his lapel is out. So with my same side hand of the lapel I'm trying to trap, I'm going to just grab a grip of it towards the very end of the tail, okay? From this position, I'm coming under my partner's arm. I'm passing it off to my free hand, and I'm grabbing it with my thumb towards the tail. And at this point, I'm just going to get it, and I'm just going to pull up to make this nice taut little section here. I like to make it look like kind of like a rope, okay? From this position here now, I'm going to release the tail. I'm going to come to my partner's wrist. My thumb is staying with my fingers. I'm not trying to grab it. I'm just trying to make a hook, okay? Now at the same time, I'm going to peel, press, and use my hips to break my partner's posture down. So I'm peeling him and I'm popping his arm out here. So right now he's got good frames in place on me. I'm trying to take those frames away as I break his posture down, and I'm pressing his arm out here, okay? Now my free arm, I'm going to crown his head so he can't posture up. He's going to try and look at the ceiling. I need to stop him. Once again, if I go low, he can look up at the ceiling and get his posture back, okay? I want to keep his head broken down so he can't do that. From this position now, I'm going to take this tail and I'm going to feed it to this hand, okay? Typically what I do from this position is I start feeding through for my Ezekiel, okay? But for some reason right now, he's like holding my hand, he's not letting it happen, okay? So all I'm going to do is shoot my free hand, my now free hand, over his head, and I'm going to switch. And as I switch, I'm pulling this lapel across, and now I'm feeding it, thumb down. From this position, now this free hand, once I make my feed, I'm breaking down, and I'm coming through and shooting all the way across to my wrist. From here, he's tapping already, but from there, all I want to do is just straighten out my arm. As I straighten out my arm, his lapel cuts his carotid on this side. The inside ridge hand of my pinky is cutting off the carotid on this side, okay? And that's how I get my blood choke here, okay? So one more time, starting from a good guard. His lapel's out, okay? He's got a good posture. I worked his lapel out. I'm just grabbing the tail of his lapel. I like to go thumb down position. I'm coming under his forearm. It's important I come to under, okay? There are ways I can work across. In my original lapel system, I work coming across, okay? I switched that at this point to come under, okay? As I come under, rope it up nice and tight, okay? I'm not passing off yet. I'm keeping my initial grip, but I'm getting it nice and tight, so now I have something to press his arm out with, okay? At the same time as I do that, I'm peeling and pulling my hips, immediately controlling his head so he can't posture up, passing this off, okay? So now I'm going to go right for my opposite side choke, okay? I'm failing here, I'm not getting through, whatever the case may be. His arm is in my way. I'm switching this arm over the top. As I pop my hips, giving myself room to come under and bring the lapel around this time, okay? The minute I pass it off, I'm shooting my hand inside that lapel, coming across to my far side wrist, and I'm just straightening out my arms to finish my choke, okay? Let's just go from an angle. You okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to show you really quick from a couple different angles, okay? So we're here. I get my lapel out, okay? Underneath, feed, break them down, pass it over. Switch my arms, continuously holding them down, pressing my hips. Come through, pop it through and get my finish. Let's just switch to the opposite side. Okay, so I got my closed guard. Okay, find the tail, thumb down, pop hips under, grab it, feed nice and high, hand to wrist, pop the bicep out, I'm controlling him here. I go for my feed for my Ezekiel, I can't get it. I can't get it, so my hand comes out, comes over his head as I make my switch, okay? As I make my switch, this hand just feeds right inside and comes across, okay? I'll loosen up for a little bit. From this position, I straighten out to get my choke. The gi is cutting off this side, my arm is cutting off the other side. Okay, so I call that my reverse Ezekiel. The Ezekiel I do for my initial grip is the previous video I posted. This is reverse because I'm not getting it, so I reverse it to the opposite side, or you can call it the far side Ezekiel. Whatever works for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested, go to BJJ Fanatics. I have a lapel art system that I get into a lot of detail with these lapels and these arm traps. And I appreciate it if you do go there and you do buy it, if you give me a rating and a little bit of a review. You can also find me at Rich Sab on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Peace.